I'm German, living already almost half of my life here in Barcelona, married to a Mexican wife, and being in a company which recently acquired 3 different companies and mixing all the different culture backgrounds and inclusion and diversity topics together. And my biggest passion is people and sales. That's why I also moved to the sales position. And talk to Nick. Hey, what we can talk about. So there's some general topics. I think they're all equally important, like gender diversity, sexual background, immigration background, cultural background. But there's one topic which is very often where people miss out, which is the age topic. Probably not so hip for so many companies at the moment, but it's also an equally important topic. And this is where we're talking about now. So the statement is age is no barrier. Age should not be a barrier. And age is part of inclusion and diversity, which is very important because sometimes people don't really put it into their agendas. So I've got some slides with only one statement, so I give Lizzie a little sign that she can flip the slide. So we're talking about what's going on at the moment, what's the current status quo, why is all this topic of age inclusion also important. Oh, now we're going very fast again. And the third point, also for everybody to get something to get home, to reflect in your companies or in your own work environment, how we can drive change and improve all together. Oh, Lizzie, next slide, please. So chapter 1, what's going on, the current status quo. We can flip the slide again. Now we can flip the slide. This one. Yeah. So currently we're having 3-4 main groups of persons or age categories in the work labor market. Gen Z, let's call it the youngsters. Then we've got the millennials, the Gen Y, everybody's talking about the millennials. And then we've got the seniors, which are baby boomers. I moved a bit quick. So you've got the ages, but more or less the percentage. 5% Gen Z, the youngsters. The biggest individual group is millennials with 37%. And then you've got the agglomerate of the seniors and the Gen X and the baby boomers, which is about a bit more than 50%. So what's very often the ideal candidate or ideal talent profile for the companies is like, I want a millennial, I want somebody who has got tons of experience and years of experience, so somebody 30 but best 20 years of experience, so as a newborn almost ready to go for all the challenges out there. Then being a perfect cultural fit. And then obviously they also have to match the salary expectations of the recruiters of the companies. So it's very tricky to get all this on board. So 6% at the moment of the companies, they have got an unbiased recruiting process or hiring process based on age. So you can see it's very low, only 6% of the world's companies doing it. Most of the companies, they really look into take some actions to make this thing right. And 70% of the companies actively looking into do something different. So like everything in life, there are always upsides and downsides, and nobody of us is perfect. And I think it's also the beauty of us all here. That if we mix us all together, we're getting a good base and a good mix and a good base for every company out there. So yeah, there's a long slide for only one sentence, 25 seconds. So let's have a look on some challenges and benefits. This is generally speaking. Obviously, if you type into something in Google, you find a lot more for every generation. But the challenges, no little experience for the young people, no plug and play, so I have to train them. Purpose of the people change very quickly. Today I want that, tomorrow I want the other one. So a generation which is getting bored pretty fast. The face-to-face communication is low because we always check that out. And then, yeah, we already, so the advantages is digital learners, fast learners and so on. Gen Y, impatient, always changing, value-based on market. Hey, this is what the market paying me, not on really what I'm really valuable. Lazy, and then independent, digital, tech-savvy, social responsibility, and impact, and easy to adopt changes. And then the Gen X and the baby boomers, so sometimes change management, hey, we always did it this way, I don't want to change, no, sometimes less tech savvy, sometimes not speaking up, Younger people are used to speak up a lot more, slower decision making, and sometimes getting comfortable and less hunger. But this is generally speaking what the internet is saying, yeah? Not I'm saying that. So benefits is disciplined, structured, hardworking, raising in decision making, and very stable. Because you've got the young people who are very unstable, and then you've got the bit more senior people who bring a lot more stability in the companies. So why is this important? So there are generally a couple of benefits which this is bringing to your company if you really put in a policy, or if you really think about the topic of age. Oh, one sentence again, long waiting time here. So the perfect is existing if you do an intelligent fusion, or a well-thought fusion, or a good fusion of all ages to achieve a great outcome, and the best possible outcome for your company, or also for your whole workforce. Lizzie, we can flip again. Yeah, so benefit number one. So in a lot of studies it's saying increased productivity. Obviously for a lot of companies this is music to their ears, or I'm raising productivity. So the study showed, hey, if we've got really different ages in our company, we've got a lot more productivity. And what's also interesting, we've got a lot of secondary benefits, like he is saying, improved quality, more competitive product pricing, better employee branding, and opportunity to raise market share, and this is all based on European and worldwide organization. Second benefit, optimizing decision making. What's happen very often, young people are coming together, making really, really quick decisions, but then it's a fucked up decision, you know? And then you've got the older and more wise people and more experienced people who are taking a bit longer on the decision, but then making the right decision. So just imagine, mixing this together, obviously you've got the perfect outcome. Skill diversity, I think this is very self-explaining. Everybody in different stages of our age and our experience, we can bring different skills and also different experience to the table. So it's here, for example, the young people can show all the older people, tech-savvy, social media, uploading TikTok and all this stuff, and also some work-related topics. And on the other side, the more senior people can help the younger ones to adapt more strategic thinking. Fourth point, building inclusive business. I think this is getting more and more important. Not for every company, but especially for candidates, is super important. Roughly 80-90% of the candidates you're facing every day, they really value if you put specific diversity and inclusion programs in place, and also regarding the age. Then creating mentorship opportunities is one of the most beautiful things to see. Seeing really young people straight out of university sitting together with a person who has got really long time experience, sitting together, sharing the best practices, sharing the ideas, and really take on mentorship. And the last benefit, improves employer retention. So there are a lot of studies out there which were showing, hey, if you really have got a good mix of age, less people are leaving your company. And I think this is a super hip topic, because all the people who are HR here, you're facing daily business that people leaving your company and really are struggling to retain the talent. So how we can improve and drive change? I think there's also something which we have to all do together. It's not only one woman, one man job or whatever. It's something we have to do all. So different tactics, how we can improve that. And let's see, if you just click the button again, otherwise we're waiting here. So how to promote age diversity in the work environment? It's the same like every other diversity or inclusion program. So you have to sit down, define the program, and once you define the program, you have to execute the program. So you've got different strategic behaviors, how you can drive this. Number one, which is coming up now in a second, is creating an age-inclusive hiring process. So it's something which is super tricky, because very often we see people face-to-face. We're doing this fabulous Zoom meetings, online meetings, or whatever. But let's try something new. And there are also some people who try to make like blind recruiting process. That means you don't see the candidate. You're just calling the candidate. And if you're calling the candidate, you're not seeing the candidate. Then be strategic with your benefits. You have to adapt the benefits according to every target group or every age group within your company, because obviously for a person who's short before retirement, they've got other interests than somebody who's just started work. For example, for all the millennials and young people, it's flexible, work from home, work from anywhere. I can travel to Bali and I can work from there. And for the other people, it's like having some support. And then make an impact on onboarding. So a good employee experience is also starting with onboarding. So you can make specific onboarding programs for the age and also for the skill set of the candidates. This is very important because it's different. Everybody's entering different stages, early talent or late talent, and also to really push that. And then build an inclusive work environment. Instead of categorizing the members of the team, old or young, sometimes you heard, hey, you have to go to the corner to speak to the old guy, or hey, you have to talk to the person who just is coming from a party, the young one. So in order to really avoid this kind of situations, be strategic about really putting in control over that, also that everybody's controlling the respectful being with each other in the company. And in the end, the closing statement is age has got no barrier. Age has to be part of inclusion and diversity, and age and inclusion and diversity has to be driven by all of us, and it's not only a responsibility of the HR department, of the culture department. Everybody else has to treat everybody with respect and taking advantage of the age topic. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest.